Well, as Mats Wilander knows, the best place to be at Wimbledon is on the show courts, but the second best place to be is here on the practice courts at Orangi. What a privilege to be here. Mats, we're dissecting the game of some of the sport's greats and perhaps some of the sport's next generation of greats. Let's talk a little bit about Grigor Dimitrov. 3 wins this year, victory at Queen's. Starting to get a little bit of momentum from the Bulgarian. Do you get a feeling he could produce something very special here over the next couple of weeks?
I do, because I think that on grass he can play the way he wants to play, which is just being a shot maker. He moves great. He's obviously trying extremely hard these days. He never used to be so serious about playing every point the way the best players in the world play them, but he does today. And I think on grass he doesn't really have to think that much. He's just reacting, just like Roger Federer has been doing in the past. So Grigor Dimitrov, this could be the tournament where he breaks through completely. I think grass will become the surface that he enjoys playing on the most, and I am sure the courts here at All England Club are going to be the courts that he loves.
Now, some players don't necessarily set much store by winning Queens, others do. What do you think about the fact that he's coming in here fresh from a tournament victory on the right surface?
Oh, I think it's huge, but I think the big difference between winning Queens and playing there at the final weekend is the courts have dried up, and suddenly he's going to go in here at the All England Club and he's going to play on one of the show courts for sure, and the grass is going to be a little bit greener and it's going to be more slippery. So it's a bit of a change. It doesn't happen, of course, on hard courts and on clay, but here it does. But having Roger Rashid, his coach, in his corner, and I think a tip from Maria Sharapova here and there is going to help him. It's going to make him feel like he belongs. Of course he won Queens, but it's a big difference playing 5 sets at Wimbledon. But yes, he's one of the favorites to win the title this year and for the next 5 or 6 years.
What's been really impressive about him in the last month, I read a really interesting article that after he got knocked out of the French in the first round, he took a week, he came here, he didn't stay and watch Maria, he came to London, he went running, he put in about 25 miles in a week, didn't play any tennis, went on loads of long walks, and got himself ready mentally. It really seems as though he's taking that side of his preparation for tennis very, very seriously now.
No, I've heard him talk about it a lot, and I've heard him say, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be, I belong here, I'm dying to be on the biggest court against the greatest players in the biggest matches. So he's going to soak it all up. Sometimes it does matter how you feel the first time when you step on the center court here at Wimbledon. You need to have a good experience, because otherwise it can linger through the years. But I am sure he will, but he just loves being in the limelight on the tennis court. I think off the court he's a very private and quite a shy man, but he's a showman and he's a competitor and he's a good tennis player. He will be a great champion.
Well, you've heard that from Mats Wilander. He is a great, great player in the making. Grigor Dimitrov, could he be the surprise package of this year's Wimbledon? Certainly all of Bulgaria hopes so.